Semiconductor company Synopsys is partnering with Plug and Play to help chip startups get easier access to their powerful design tools. They're piloting an accelerator program at which selected startups will use Synopsys software and intellectual property to speed up development and to cut costs overall. The goal is to support faster chip innovation across industries and help grow Synopsys' role in the deep tech space. And of course, Plug and Play is a company that's kind of providing funding and is maybe a little more eye towards the results of those companies being able to use Synopsys' intellectual property and tooling. Al, what's the ultimate goal here? Is it for Synopsys to make more money, or is it for these companies to be able to get a jump start on the semiconductor design and manufacturing process?
Well, there's not an or in there, it's an and. So it is a dual objective here. The objective for Plug and Play is for the startups that they're mentoring, that they're investing in, to be more successful, to decrease their failure rate as they're building new hardware products. A lot of Silicon Valley innovation is based around software, and software has a very fast design cycle. I can write some code today and be testing it tonight. Uh, Hardware is a little tougher, particularly custom silicon hardware. And that's the sort of space where Synopsys is working in here. They have some electronic design tools for designing actual custom silicon. And it's these tools that are being made available to the startups that are working with Plug and Play. The objective here is really for Plug and Play to be helping these companies to be more productive and therefore get better exits. And of course, Synopsys gets their tools in front of a whole bunch of new startups who are doing innovative things. And naturally, if this is the tool you started building your hardware with, you're probably going to continue to build your hardware with this. I think the really significant thing in here is the recognition that hardware is not just the game for Intel and AMD to be building and NVIDIA. That hardware solutions are a place for innovation, for smaller companies to innovate and to build new solutions that are not just more of the same, more cores scaling out or faster Xeon CPUs. That there is a place for innovative new hardware to be built, and it's not all just software running on general purpose CPUs. But also a recognition that that change to designing hardware, particularly designing hardware, custom hardware for new solutions, is very high risk and very long time for return. Now, Silicon Valley's venture capitalists, they like a return within 10 years of investment, and they want to see a 10x return as their preferred kind of run rate because 90% of the people they back won't give them that 10x return. So any tool that's going to make it easier for those startups to turn their idea into some real production silicon absolutely is going to be really beneficial to getting that innovation, getting those startups to operate, and therefore getting a return. And I think we will see another wave of innovation in custom hardware. We're already seeing it from the larger companies. We're seeing NPUs, DPUs, whatever offload you would like to consider as a really significant part of the innovation at the moment. A lot of those innovations are around ARM-cored CPUs and maybe software just running on those ARM cores. I think this Synopsys deal with Plug and Play is oriented more towards developing truly custom hardware, not just new firmware running on embedded CPUs. So it will be interesting to see in 5 years' time whether we start seeing a large set of innovation in new hardware, new types of hardware being available, new expansion cards, or possibly new device types entirely turning up on the market. And that will really be the proof of this one.